All right, I'm going to answer these here for the study guide. There's nothing you need to do as far as an assignment on this. It's just so you can check your answers. I do want to say at the outset, because I've gotten a few emails of just getting stuck on some problems, especially like number 11, I think it was the one. Yeah, number 11, people kept writing. And that's good. Please, if you have a question, make sure you write on an email. I'll try to respond to it as quick as I can. I do have, several emails come in, so sometimes it takes just a little bit. But anyway, I want to say on the outside of this, remember your whole goal, okay? Your whole goal on all of these is to isolate the variable, okay? So all of these are going to come out to where you have a letter equals a number, okay? So a letter is going to end up equaling a number. So like x is 2 or y is -4. And as we're saying, we're doing all these to where we're moving them to the left side. So it's going to end up looking like that. Now, you don't have to have that as far as, I'm trying not to contradict myself there, but you do have to have where a letter equals a number, but they can be on opposite sides. Like you could have a number equal a letter if you're doing it to where it doesn't matter which side the variable's on. But you definitely want to have it down where one equals the other. So you're not going to be left with like 2r, or you're not going to be left with just a combination like when we did combining like terms. There's an equal sign there. And some of you guys too, I was trying to show you maybe one thing that may help is make this a fence. Okay, so where this is a fence line and you've got a left and a right side, okay? And I know we talked about that a little bit, but some of you may need to physically draw that down there so that you know you've got two different sides. And one thing you want to guard against is moving everything over, which you can do. You can move everything over here, but you're doing twice the amount of work, and you got to make sure if you've moved everything over, you need to put a 0 over here. And it makes it more complicated, so I would just really focusing in on getting your letters over here and your numbers over here. Okay, so let's do this one real quick. If we subtract 7r, we're going to move the letter over here. Okay, and we get -r plus 7 equals, we still got our equal signs, 13. These canceled out. And then we're going to move the 7 over here. And so we got -r equals 6. And the last thing, we can't leave that negative, so we're going to switch the negative to this side. So r equals -6. Okay? So that's just talking about putting the letters over here, numbers over here, and then just working down to where you have a letter equals a number. Okay, and it can be negative. Okay, in fact, quite most of the time it probably ends up like that. Okay, so same thing over here. We're going to move the x. And we have 13 minus 3x, because -4x plus x is -3x. And over here we just have a 1, because these canceled out. Then you're going to move your 13 over here, and you get -3x equals -12. Always, the negatives rules are going to be a big part of it too. 1 minus 13 is -12. Then you're going to divide by -3. You want to get rid of the whole negative and everything. So now you're going to end up with x is -12 divided by -3 is a +4. And I think I hit an E note, so on top of it's working on top of the piano. So maybe the sound of 4. We'll make that the sound of 4, a D. All right, so now, when you get to these, one thing you need to do first is you still got your fence here. If you can combine anything, like these, you couldn't combine these two things. Couldn't combine these two things. One's a number, one's a letter. But if you can, you need to do that first. So, and that's on just each side of the fence line. So on this side of the fence line, I can combine the -7x and -3x, and I get -10x. Okay, because -7 minus 3 is -10. I still have my +2. Over here, now this is a separate, it's on the other side of the fence. You can't combine anything. And so that's what we're left with. Now we can start like we did up here. Move the letters over here, numbers over here. So add 8x. add 8x, and you get negative 2x plus 2 equals negative 8, and then you move the 2, and negative 2x equals negative 10, okay, and then divide by negative 2. And you're going to get x is 5. Negative divided by negative is positive, okay? Can't combine anything on either side, so we go ahead and start moving our letter. Now this one looks a little weird, but negative x minus another x is negative 2x. These cancel out. Oh, I missed that one. You could have combined these. You would have got negative 3x. Let's just start that one over. I was thinking that was a 4. That's all right. We can move over here. Probably got more room anyway. Okay, we'll hit the want. So that's my made a mistake note. F note. F chord. All right. So G chord. This would be a better. That'd be for made a mistake. G9. I digress. Anyway, so let's go ahead and combine these. X minus 4x is negative 3x. Okay, so we combined, and now we'll start moving. Now, this is what I was talking about. If you move this over here, you've got nothing left over here. Okay, you can do that, but you got to replace it with a 0. Or we could kind of suspend our always having to be to the left side and move this x over here, but let's just go ahead and see what that happens, because some of you guys did this and I want to see what happens when it happens. If I move everything from over here, meaning now there's nothing left on the right side of the equal sign, I still need to do my math correctly. So this is going to be 2x, because negative x plus 3x is 2x, and because everything disappeared over here, it's going to be a 0. And that plays an important part, because then when you go to move the 8, you've got 2x equals 8. Okay, so now you just divide by 2, and x is 4. If you had done it where you moved this over to the right side, you would have got negative 3x, or, yeah, sorry, negative 2x, and then over here you would have had negative 8 divided by negative 2, and you also would have got 4. Okay, oh, that problem, I just kept making mistakes everywhere. That's definitely a G9. All right, so here we can combine. What I did was 6b minus 2b is 4b. Let's go ahead and combine these two on one step. Another G9 needs to be played there, but we could get negative 14 plus 7 is negative 7. Okay. And then over here, we've got this. Okay, now I'm going to move this over here. And negative b minus 7 equals 1. And then I'm going to add 7. And negative b equals 8. And then I'm going to switch my negatives around. Move it from here to there. Okay, this one, nothing to combine, make sure. And then I'm going to add the n to get rid of it over here. I get 2n plus 2 equals negative 14. Move the 2. 2n equals negative 16. And then divide by 2. Oops. And n equals negative 8. Okay. Now we get negative 2n. Okay, combined in though n minus 3n is negative 2n. And then move this over here. Okay, and then divide by 2. And n equals 7. Okay, nothing to combine. I just start moving. Always put, we're putting the letters over here. And then we're moving the numbers over here. That's a good example of just a straight move the number over here, move the number, or move the letter over here, move the number over here, and we solved. Okay. This one you can combine a lot of these together. Is that right? Is that problem right? Did I copy that one right? Well, we'll see. Negative 10 plus 4 is negative 6 minus 11. So x, let's see, minus 11 equals 7x minus 5. And, yeah, this one, yeah, okay, yeah, that's right. Negative 6x minus 11 equals negative 5. And then add your 11. So you get negative 6x equals negative, or positive 6. Divide by negative 6. Like negative 5 plus 11 is positive 6. Divide by negative 6, x is negative 1. Okay, the one that everybody wrote me about, this one you need to distribute first. So distribute means 4 times 1 and 4 times 5 in. Okay. Then you can go through your thing of combining the negative 8 in and 20 in. So that's going to be plus 12 in. Now you can, so you got to do all that first before you can start moving things across. But now you can move your 6 in over here. And now you can move your 4 over here. Okay, that's 18 in is left on this side, negative 18 is left over here. Divide by 18, and in is also negative 1. Okay, you have to do your distribution on this one. Four times negative 3a is negative 12a. And then, oh, this should be in. I don't think that's an a. Okay. And then combine. So you can't combine these, but you can combine these. And then move your 14 in. Okay. Then move your 20. And then divide by your 8. Last couple. So can't combine any of these, but you need to distribute. So 7 times negative 2n, 7 times 2. Okay, can't combine anything, but you can start moving the letter over here. And you can move the number over here. And then you divide by 18, which is 3. Okay, same thing, distribute first. 7 times 5a, 7 times negative 4. Okay, you don't distribute the 7 to this because it's not in the parentheses. But now you can combine these two things. Okay, negative 28 minus 1 is negative 29. Okay, and now you can start moving your letter. And you can move your number. Divide by 43. And a equals 1. And for getting that one correct, that's a C note, middle C. So, oh, I must have shut it off, or I turned it down. I'm playing through a screen. So that's for getting them all right. Okay? Have a good weekend. Test on Tuesday over this. check your work, go back through it, slow it down if you need to. Email me if you have questions, and we'll talk to you later.